Election Day is just a week away now, and the federal party leaders are spread out across the country as they continue to stump for votes.
Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre will be back in the GTA today, making an announcement here in Scarborough this morning. He also has campaign stops planned for Liberty Village and then Markham this afternoon. Liberal leader Mark Carney is out on the East Coast, where he'll hit 3 provinces today, starting his day in Charlottetown before heading to Nova Scotia and then New Brunswick. NDP leader Jagmeet Singh is still in British Columbia. He will start his day in Nanaimo. Right now, though, it's time for our daily analysis of the federal election race. CTV News political commentator Scott Reid joining us this morning. So here we are, Easter Monday. Scott, you got your Habs jersey on, ready for Game 1 tonight. But it seems like part of the game is already settled for a lot of Canadians. Record turnout at the advanced polls. Do we have a sense of who might be advantaged by that?
No. And any political pundit who comes on and tells you that they know what it means is full of beans. But a couple things about it. 1, 2 million people voted on Friday. That's an astonishing number when you consider how many people voted overall in 2021. It does suggest that if those numbers held up over advanced polling, that we could be on track for a really high voter turnout, maybe the largest that we've seen in many, many years, many, many elections. People are starting to speculate about a turnout of 75, 78, 80%. So that would be exciting to watch. Obviously, the specter of Trump, these sort of almost existential issues in terms of our role in the world, our place in North America, and our economic future has really grabbed Canadians. So we'll see. It could advantage the Conservatives because they got a great ground game and they know how to get their voters out. So maybe that's what we're seeing. But it could also advantage the Liberals in that it could mean boomers who are leaning heavily toward the Liberals are coming out in even larger than expected numbers.
Okay, and Scott, we spoke with Nick Nanos earlier. He's got the numbers leading up to April 20th, and it shows that for overall party support, Liberals are still up by about 7 points. For preferred Prime Minister, Mark Carney has a 10-point advantage. Are you surprised to see that these numbers kind of have remained roughly the same from the start of this campaign? And what do you think the leaders need to do this last week before Election Day?
Yeah, these numbers really do set the stage for this final week and tell you what the tasks ahead for each party is. I'm not shocked. A lot of us who watched the debate thought that it probably did not create some sort of earthquake-shattering development in the campaign, and these numbers so far would seem to suggest that that's the case, that not much has changed. You know, for the Liberals and Mark Carney, I think they've got to get back to Donald Trump, the 51st state, like a focus on those issues that created so much momentum out of the gate, got them to this point, put Mark Carney in a position where he was clearly the preferred prime minister. They've kind of drifted away from those issues and that focus in the last 10 days or so, I'd say. So I'd look for the next week for them to really keep a sharp focus on. That is the ballot question. We must pick a prime minister to deal with Trump, and Mark Carney present himself as that preferred choice. Conservatives, no mistake in my view that they are here in the Toronto area. I think you're going to see them spend a lot of time in the GTA. They're coming from behind, but they're not far behind. And so a big battleground for them is going to be the 905. Get that suburban vote. And they've got 2 new ads heavily, directly, unmistakably targeted at older men. Why? Because older men should be conservative voters, but they've drifted toward Mark Carney. That's an accessible vote. They think they can get those folks back. And a lot of those voters in the 905, you think about 55-year-old men, upper middle income. If the Conservatives can draw those folks back, then they can be competitive in those seats again and try to win this thing. And NDP, they're fighting for their life, man. Yeah. You know, again, you see Jagmeet Singh out in BC. That's where he's got to make up ground, win a few seats. They are clinging by their fingernails. Yeah.
Okay, 2 quick non-political questions because we're right out of time. Scott, is that a playoff beard you're working on, and whose jersey are you wearing?
I am wearing Gallagher's jersey because he's my son's favorite player. Our dog is named Gallagher, and he got back in the mix this season, winning, scoring 20 goals. I want to say one other thing. The Leafs last night, man. Right? I'm a Habs fan, but that was the playoff team that you've been looking for years. They were tough. They finished their checks. They manhandled the Senators. So I can't wait. Habs and Leafs in the 3rd round. It's going to be a beauty.
Let's do it, Scott. I'm with you. Okay, yeah.
All right, Scott, the super fan of the Habs, calling it. Love to see that as well. Thank you so much, Scott. Have a rest of your happy Easter Monday. Take care.
Same to you guys.